we pick a certain set of numbers. The UK lottery, for example, we pick 6 numbers from 1 to 49. Well, El Gordo, you don't get to pick any numbers. You buy a ticket with a 5-digit pre-printed number on it. Okay? Now, those numbers, they range from 00000 right up to 84,999. Okay? Sometimes you can go into retailers or online and you can see a selection of different numbers on offer, but you can't walk in somewhere and say, I want to buy 22,214, for example. Now, these individual numbers, they are called series. Or series, that's French. It's not a spelling error, I can assure you that. And each series is printed, if you like, 195 times. So let's pick a number, for example. If you have number 84,999, that number is available 195 times. And if you buy a full series, it will cost you €200. Now that means any winnings generated from that 190th ticket are yours. But as you can imagine, paying €200 for one ticket, most people find that prohibitive. So what most people do is buy them in something called a decimo. Now, what a decimo is, it's basically a series which is broken down into 10 shares, 10 individual shares. So you'll pay 200 for a series, or you'll pay between 20 and €25 for a 10th share of a series. Depending on where you get the ticket from, retailers are allowed to charge a small sort of levy on top of that for selling the ticket. And if you buy them in a local retailer, you can't pay anything up to €25 per ticket. If you're looking online, you will pay anything from 35, 40, even €50 for sites who sell El Gordo decimos and also the series to people who are not residents in Spain. So you will pay a premium for that service, and you'll pay anything around, the average price I would say is around €40, even £40 in some instances for that one decimo. And as you can see on screen, we have an image of a decimo. The lottery itself is huge in Spain. It comes along the theme of Christmas, of a traditional Christmas feel and that sort of thing. But all those decimos and all those series, when they're sold, they add up to a whopping price of €2.6 billion. That is a phenomenal amount of money. We're not talking 5 or 10 million. I think on a Saturday night, the UK lottery has a jackpot prize fund of about 12 million. I think Euro Millions on a normal weekend night where the jackpot's 12 million, I think it will have a prize fund of about 25 million. If that's a prize fund, we have a prize fund of 2.6 billion euros, which is an absolutely staggering amount of money. Now let's have a look how the draws happen and how the draws take place. Now if you look at what we have on screen, it happens on the 22nd of December. And it doesn't, as I said, it doesn't work like other lotteries. We have 2 barrels, and as you can see on the screen, we have a smaller barrel, which is here. This barrel contains the winning prize amounts, okay? And this barrel here contains all the series and the numbers from 0 to 84,999. Now, when the draw takes place, one number is picked out of this barrel, and that gives us the winning number. And then a second ball is drawn from this barrel. That gives us the prize that the 5-digit number has won. Now, if we look to the image on the right of the screen, here we have a decimo, which has been a series rather, which has been drawn. Now, the image doesn't capture the full number, which is unfortunate, but I think it's a 1297. So that effectively would be the 5-digit winning number. And here you've the jackpot amount, which is 3 million. So everybody who has a series decimo with the number 01297 would win 3 million or would win a share of 3 million. I can only equate it to being similar to a raffle. people in the UK, we know what a raffle is. You buy a raffle ticket, has a pre-printed number, and someone pulls out the raffle tickets from a tombola or a drum, and then those tickets win certain prizes. That's probably the easiest way to understand how El Gordo works. Now, I'm just going to go through some of the prizes that El Gordo give away, because that's an awful lot of cash to give away, 2.6 billion, and there are literally thousands of different ways you can win prizes. There's lots and lots of prizes on offer. The first prize is 3 million euros. Now, a lot of you are going to think, well, 3 million euros, we can get 3 million euros on a Wednesday night UK lottery draw. And that's true, but the big difference here is there are 195 €3 million jackpots. Now that equates to 580 million euros given away at the first prize. So what you've got there is a lot of people who are all going to be sharing in that 580 million euro fund. Massive amount of people, and I think in one way it's nice to see such a large amount of money being shared out by such a large number of people, and a huge amount of cash isn't going to just one person. Because let's be honest, 3 million euros is going to have an effect on your life just as much as 5 or 6 million euros would. The second prize you can get is 1 million euros, and again there are 195 1 million euro prizes that can be won. That adds up to 195 million euros that are given away. The third prize is €500,000. Again, there are 195 of them. That equates to about 96 million euros. The fourth prize, there are 390 £200,000 euro prizes. The fifth prize, there are actually 1,560 €50,000 prizes, and this one I think is incredible. There are 345,930 sixth prizes of €1,000 each, which again is 345,930 million euros that are paid out. Now they're just the top 6 prizes. Okay, as we go on to the next slide, you'll see that there are in fact a whole load of other prizes that can be won for all sorts of different things. Again, if you match all 5 numbers, if your 5-digit number is the one that's drawn out, you'll win a share of the 3 million. If you get the number either side of that 5-digit number, you win €20,000. So let's say, for example, that 10,001 was drawn out of that barrel, and everybody who's got 10,001 would win 3 million, or a share of 3 million euros. Well, if you had 10,002, you'd get a prize of 20,000 euros. So if you're just a little bit just out by a few numbers, you still get paid out. Right down to the very last one here, which is this prize I'm looking at here. If you match the last digit on your 5-digit number, if that's the same as the last digit on the winning number, you actually win a prize. For the series, you get €200. For a decimo, you would get €20. Now that all adds up to a total of 26 million cash prizes paid out in that one draw. So as you can see, there are an awful lot of prizes and an awful lot of people who can win through El Gordo. And when you start sort of checking this out, as we did, and you start peeling back the layers, you sort of get the feeling that it's hard not to win a prize, if you know where I'm coming from. So how do we make an e-lottery syndicate out of El Gordo?